All right, everyone, welcome back. Yeah, it's been a while. Hell, it's been probably 5 weeks or so. Anyway, we're gonna do a quick little video here. I was actually gonna do one earlier in the week, but I felt like straight crap, so I didn't make one. Anyway, I got a few new molds. Actually, I got an Ecto Crawl, the 3.4 inch, which, you know, it's very similar to the 4 inch, but it's just a little bit smaller profile. I got that one probably 3 or so weeks ago. Then I bought one from Bug Molds, like Ukraine. It's basically the copy of this, so I'm just gonna see how it does. I really haven't been out here. Actually, I'm gonna try to make, if you can see, I'm gonna try to make something similar to this color. It ain't gotta be exact, but something close. Anyway, we're gonna get set up. Like I say, it's been a while. I'm not counting drops, I'm just mixing. But anyway, I had a light route today, so I was done at a decent hour. I've been home roughly about an hour. Hell, I don't even know what time it is. So I've been home for a little while. We got thunderstorms rolling in, so you know, I was able to get done fairly early, but I've been super busy here lately. Between working around the house, doing upgrades on my boat. Let's see how dark that is. It's pretty good. I'm gonna make that a little bit darker. This right here is the Dark Watermelon by MF. If you haven't never used it, it's a great color, but you definitely have to use a lot of it because it's such a translucent, thin color. So you definitely have to use a little extra. This is just some old orange pumpkin, no bleed by MF. And it don't take near as much for the orange. It is super bright. So you don't have to use near as much. You can definitely dull it down a little bit. I'm not sure if I want to dull it down or not. I might want to keep it that, you know, brighter orange. You can add a couple of drops of black to dull it down. I think that looks good. I don't want it too thick. I'll shoot one batch with it, and if I decide to, I'll add something to it. I'm actually gonna try it like that. I took black out just in case I wanted to try that, but in case I wanted to lighten it up, but I think it's gonna be all right. I'm just gonna put about a scoop and a half of medium black in the top. That looks perfect. Now, back when I used to actually color match, what I would actually do is take this bait and I would cut it in half where I have the color separated and really, like, I mean, really go in detail on trying to match it up. Stuff like this, I mean, I'm not, like I say, I'm not making them no more to sell. It's just hobby. This is just for me, so. All right. And on this, the belly and back both have red flake. I'm gonna start out with a flake of each. I might put just a tad bit more on the belly side. See how that looks. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Oh yeah, I don't know if you can hear it, but that thunder is coming. We got a hell of a storm blowing in, so that's why I got done with my route as quick as I could to get onto the house, because once that stuff starts, it's not fun trying to work in the rain. All right. check these temperatures. 298, 286. So definitely need to, I'm gonna heat them up a little bit. And we'll see how it works. Honestly, I haven't played with it, so I don't know where the sweet spot is. Sometimes, you've probably heard me mention in other videos, sometimes you gotta find a sweet spot when it comes to molds, you know, where they shoot the best. Angling AI, if the 3.4 is anything close to the 4-inch, you gotta shoot it kind of fast, you know. If not, all the appendages, like the little legs and stuff, will not feel all the way, so you definitely have to shoot it fast. As far as the little trailer, I'm not sure on it. We will find out. All right, we got about 315. I'm gonna try it there first. Sometimes that's about, you know, between 315 320 is best, but like I said, I'm not sure with this mold. It might require hotter, but we will find out. Boy, I hear that rain coming down. My arm actually might be in the way, so I'm gonna swap up. Get in there. Sure don't take much. I'm wasting a lot of plastic. Okay. This isn't usually a color I would shoot in the crawls, but oh, I was running out right there. Hopefully that one filled all the way. Let's top them off. I hope it filled all the way. If not, we're gonna mix all this crap up and mill it down and make it work. With these individual screws, I do like to gouge them and make sure I got all the air bubbles out and fill them. Some of them you don't have to do as bad, but I'm gonna do it like this first to see if that helps. This mold does have a little bit deeper sprue, so maybe that helped out. I'm hoping I didn't run out of plastic on that last one. It started spitting. All right. Stick these back in here, and we will give them a minute. And I'll do a little bit of talking. I'm good at that. Anyway, like I said, I ordered these. They came in. I just hadn't had time to fool with them. Been super busy. I did a change. I had a Fortrex trolling motor on my boat. Loved it. I mean, I've had it for several years. 24 volt, does great, no issues. But I decided to go with a Garmin Force to have all my, you know, everything linked together. You know, my forward-facing sonar and everything, pretty much all the same. I like having the actual transducer built into the trolling motor. So far it does good. I've read a lot of reviews on it where, you know, some people had fussed about it and some people loved it. I think the earlier versions probably had some issues. Only took it out one time since I changed everything over. I'm impressed with it. I mean, it works really well. Right now I got it hooked up. They have it where you can do 24 or 36. For right now, I still have it on the 24 because I didn't want to have to redo, you know, the batteries and everything for right now. Like how I have my battery box and everything set up. But later, I will eventually swap over to 36. Between that and I've been working on my back deck. I know in previous videos I've mentioned, you know, I built a pond out there, you know, like a little koi pond, about 350 gallon. I've done got everything framed. I just gotta put a top over it. The top is just going to be shade, real heavy duty shade cloth. It just came in, so once I get the shade cloth done, putting in a 1,000-gallon koi tank on the patio. So I mean, I'm excited about that. It's going to be pretty nice. I'm just catching you up on stuff. I spent a week in Mexico. My wife and I went on vacation in Mexico for a full week. We actually just got back real late Sunday night, so still ain't had time to catch up. And you know, you stay gone for a full week and come back, and it's like, as soon as I came back, the next day I had to go back to work. So it's like, damn, you know, I didn't really have time to, you know, to recuperate from being gone all week. But anyway, let's quit running our mouth. I'm gonna do that for 22 seconds. Let's look at this and see if this is a disaster or not. I want to check this one first to see if it filled or not. Like I say, if it didn't fill, I'm gonna throw all of it in one damn batch and melt it down and make some more later. Alright. Let me make sure you're in the camera. Alright, there we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can tell it started running out. Oh, it started running out. You can see half the sprue is empty, and these full of little air bubbles. So that there is a failure. All them air bubbles. See, I'll show you the failures too. When I first started this channel, that's what I originally said. You'll see if I'm not gonna hide no crap. All right, that's a failure, but in my opinion, it's not, because I will remelt that down and use that all as one. All right, now this looks a lot better. Yeah, I think I need to go a little darker on that green. Let me pull this one off, see. Definitely need to, I mean, it looks good, I'll use it, but where it blended in, that green needs to be a little bit, you can see how I might add a few drops of black in it just to darken it up. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks good, but it's definitely real light. I want it a little bit darker than that. But anyway, they turned out good. I'll definitely use those. All right, now let's see if this one, most of the time with these bug molds, whether if it's bug mold or they have other like bait mold, those companies, sometimes they make me nervous, because I've had good luck with about 80% of their molds that I've bought. Some of them really are finicky and takes a little bit of patience. Other than that, don't look bad though. I mean, it looks like it didn't fill in 100% right there at the joints, but I mean, they're usable. So I might need to do the heat just a little bit higher. But other than that, the color is not bad. Yeah, the color ain't bad, but definitely it ain't quite where it needs to be. Yeah, trying to see if you can, just like it almost filled, but it didn't get quite enough in the cavity for the joints, but they're all usable. They're all usable, so I'll try it again at a little bit higher temperature. Let's see, trying to get where you can see. Yeah, you can see the back of it. That one side is a little bit thinner, but like I say, they're usable. They just didn't fill in all the way at those belly joints. Like it's a little thin. But, I mean, I'll use them. Goodness. It is coming down out there. Get them to the side. All right, well, just give me a minute. I'm gonna heat this plastic back up to temperature, and then we're gonna shoot just a swim bait mold to see if we can get that joint to fill in just right. I'm gonna try it one more. I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time on it. Like I say, it's the way they are. I will fish them. I mean, that ain't no big deal to me. But I am curious if a little bit hotter will help it flow in there. So I'm gonna go a little above 315. I'll probably shoot it around 325, 330 this time. But anyway, we'll come back and just shoot that mold and see how it does. I'm gonna say the ecto crawl, they always shoot pretty good. You just got to shoot them a little fast. So I'm not worried about them, but we are gonna shoot this one more time. All right, we'll be back. Okay. I about forgot to hit damn record. Hopefully that didn't take too long.
I'll wake up in 15 minutes. I'll skip another 6 hours waiting, but I mean, it was like nothing. And then just in and it's liquid.
I said we wasn't gonna do them, but if I got enough.
It's just not physically possible. Doctor, please, don't start in with that physics shit. I'm telling you, I saw it.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, about messed up. I stuck it up there and I thought, oh shit, I didn't hit record again. All right. I know if you've seen the channel before, you see where I do that sometime. It's just habit. Some molds don't need to, some it does help out. All right. Like I said, I wasn't gonna shoot that, but then it felt like it had enough to go that time, so. I heated it up to around 330, so about 15 degrees hotter than what we originally went with. I did add several drops of black on the green side just to darken it up. Well, that rain is coming down out there. I hear it pretty solid. And I'm just gonna throw all that in one thing, and that will be melted down together later. Boom. All right. While we're waiting a minute on that, I'll talk a little bit more since I got time. Yeah, my wife, like I said, we ended up going to Mexico. We flew into Cancun and stayed. We flew in Sunday and flew out Sunday, so we pretty much was down there for right at 7 days. It was nice. I was damn sure ready to get back. Not back to work. That part sucked. I didn't want to come back and then the very next day had to go right back to work. So that part did suck. But I was ready to get back home. Especially, you know, I had a lot of projects going. I've been working on stuff and I'm like, the grass needed cut. You know what I mean? I just had so much stuff where what I should have done was took a few extra days off after, you know, like the hotel period, or, you know, like the stay in the resort. Should have just took a couple extra days off to recuperate from being gone that long and, you know, get things situated. Anyway, it was a good time. Done some snorkeling, you know, hung out on the beach. I'm not much of a drinker, but, you know, had a few mixed drinks. It was all inclusive, so I mean, more food than I should have ate. Anyway, like I say, it was a nice trip. I probably won't go again. I mean, I've been to Mexico a few other times, but Probably won't go again. You know, I don't like doing the same thing over and over. I'd rather just go do something else next time. All right, well, let's look at this and see what we got, if it's any better or if it's worse. Now I have ran across molds that need to be shot close to 300 and cooler, so hopefully the going to 330 made a difference. No, it did not. It actually looks worse going higher heat. So I will try this one next, which I'll still use them, but I'll try this one not today, of course. Like I say, it ain't that big of a deal because I'll fish with them. They're all, well, that one right there got a hole in it, so I will definitely not use that one. But pretty much the rest of them are usable. They just, that little cavity areas where the joint is not filling in all the way. You can kind of see what I'm talking about. But it's one of those molds that basically what I'll end up doing one day when I have time is I'll end up coming out here, heat up, you know, a batch I might actually do it with the leftovers of this. Heat up a batch of plastic and test it, you know, from say around 280 and up, and see where the sweet spot is. That's damn hail. Now it's hail falling outside. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up because it's fixing to get noisy with all this damn hail falling. Anyway, like I said, I know it's been a while. Maybe I can get another video out before another month and a half comes along. But anyway, like I said, I'll dial this one in, but definitely not today. This one, I'm pretty sure it's just getting the right temperature. Now, I've had some of their molds before that wouldn't fill in all the way, like the cavities wouldn't fill in all the way, that I've had to modify. This one, I really don't think I'll really have to do any modification. I think it's just getting it dialed in, but we'll see. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you next time. All right, quick note. I know I ended it real quick. This is closer to the color I was trying to get. Got, you know, I said I added a few drops of black in it, so got it right where I wanted it. So that's about perfect. I'm trying to get where you can still, it's got a little bit, it's hard to see, but it's dark, but you can see enough to see the flake. Everything that's in it looks good. This is actually a lot closer than what I was going for. When I opened these up, I was like, shit, I forgot to show them that the darker. I mean, both of them look good. I say you can definitely tell that one's lighter. This one's a lot darker. Anyway, all right, bye.